so we are back for another day. We are at the 20th, so we can open that up. So we would have had a gap in videos. So the last video you guys would have seen would have been on Friday. Basically, I didn't have enough content to warrant a video. Didn't want to drag a video out. So what I've done is a money making video instead, just to give this account another day to go and get some clips. Now, what we're going to be doing today and tomorrow is going to start some combat quests. Now, what I want to do first is just tie up things like the daily challenges and doing some other stuff. But we're going to focus on doing some quests today, which will give us some combat XP. And basically for the next week or so, just to enjoy the account. Like, the Slayer Winter Weeks is going to be coming, and I think that's going to be a really good sort of time to sort of like level the account up, go and do some things which we don't often do on these sort of accounts. Normally it's just for skilling and just for grinding of skilling, and let's make as much GP as possible. Now, I already know that from the sort of cash stack we're on now, we couldn't go and push and make a bond, but I've shown you guys how to do that. You guys know, like, we could make a bond if we needed to. Why don't we just go and have a little bit of fun? It's Christmas, let's go and do some combat, let's go and train some Slayer, and I think it'd be really good as well to show a little bit of the early tier Slayer, and maybe we even do like some Slayer vlogs, like we just go and spend the day camping Slayer tasks, and we just sort of show you guys like our day throughout doing these Slayer tasks, like the old school Slayer videos which used to be on YouTube a couple of years ago. So that's what I'm thinking really. Like, we could go and do the same things we always do. I can go and make teletabs, I can go and do frames and stuff like that to go and make as much cash as possible, but you guys have seen me do that very regularly. Let's go and do something different. Let's go and do a bit of combat as well. But what I decided to do last night is just to give myself a little bit more cash to go and throw around, because what I might eventually go and do is maybe a little bit of expensive methods just to get some like stats and bump the stats up. I did use some of the protein bars I got from Treasure Hunter on smithing yesterday, so we got level 36 smithing. I did do a few more snowballs as well, so we're now level 59 fletching. That's got up like somehow. And I also used a couple of lamps to get level 9 herblore, which is a little bit of a waste, I must admit, but it was going to be those gifts of Santa, letters of Santa ones, so I wanted to make sure like I had a couple of levels before that as well. But that is pretty much going to be the play for today. So what I'm going to do, finish this in both Jade Amulets. I'll take you along with me for the daily challenges and stuff like that, and then we'll come back when it's time to sell the finished amulets, and then let's go and do some combat quests. So what I'm thinking is things like Vampire Slayer, Fight Arena, just stuff which will save me having to train it myself. And because I have a slightly higher attack level, it means training strength will be so much easier because I've got a decent level. Same with defense, I've got a pretty decent magic level, so that would be very nice. The only one which might be a little bit of a pain is range, but we can work around that. We could go and do Shadow Sword or whatever it is, Shadow of the Storm. One of those quests, it does range XP, so we could do that as well. But that is pretty much going to be the game plan. I'm going to go to Birth Up now to go and do the daily challenges. It's always the best area to go do daily challenges, in my opinion anyway. And then we'll open our Santa's Snow Imp Grotto, and then, yeah, we can move on from there. But I just wanted to introduce you guys to episode 6. Thank you guys so much again for all your support over the past couple of videos. Like, Christmas is getting on now. It really isn't too far till the big day. We're in the 20s now anyway, so yeah, 5 days to go. Can't believe it's gone so quick. And December as a whole, considering like what we've done in terms of the channel and videos and stuff like that, we have flown. Like, it's gone so quick. So that's nice. I really hope you guys have the best holiday possible and all that sort of stuff. We'll do some videos for like Christmas Day where we can talk about Christmas and all that sort of stuff as well. But in terms of this video, I'm going to do my daily challenges really quick because, again, I'm trying to reduce the amount I waffle on videos or just talk on videos. So I'm just going to go and just do the things needed for my daily challenges. I'll report back when we're done and we can go and open those spins, and then we'll crack on with the necklaces and then the combat quest. So there we go, all the daily challenges done. The Hunter one took so long, so that's why I sort of skipped it. To be fair, the Urn one took a little while, but I did go and get my own clay. In terms of levels, we got 11 mining, 46 crafting, and then also 37 smithing and 4 hunter, which, you know, we won't moan at that. They're always decent to go and get some levels. And then we also have some of the treasure hunt keys. So we'll just rattle through the promo. Today we have the Aura Santa hat. Apparently there's a brand new, like, very much looking like the old school Santa hat being released. So yeah, just standard. We're trying to throw in as many different promos as we can before the end, but we all knew it was going to happen. Actually, we'll take the springs because there'll be some decent GP. We'll go for the red rewards, I guess. Nothing too great actually in terms of this. I've only had like a rare item once to pick for presents, so yeah, it's been a bit rough this year. Definitely been a bit rough, but we've got another 2.9k wrapping paper. In terms of wrapping paper, we are definitely on the march in terms of that. Nearly 29,000 as well. We can also get 2 more keys if we wanted to, but not really in that much of a rush. In terms of lamps and stuff, what we're going to go and throw this on. I think we'll throw this on Herblore. So there we go, 11 Herblore levels. That is now at level 20. We've actually got some big stars there, which I really should have sat on those keys a bit longer, but I suppose we'll get them again at some point. But I'm going to have to put that on something. I suppose I'll probably just put it on fletching because we'll end up doing some more snowballs. And it will get us a decent fletching level anyway. Yeah, because really for 20 Herblore, it'd be a little bit of a waste. Crafting, I suppose you could always go on crafting. We can get things like battle staffs and stuff. No, let's throw it on fletching because we'll get some value out of fletching because we'll definitely have like a decent stint at for snowballs at some point. However, what I'm going to go and do is finish off those jade amulets. Those jade amulets need to be done. We'll get them sold on the Grand Exchange. When we go back to the Grand Exchange, we'll check things like Ultra Compost, all the other stuff as well like we normally do. And then after that, once we've got things selling on the Grand Exchange, hopefully making a little bit more money for us, that's when we can go and move and go and do some quests for a little bit of fun as well. But a 40 mil GP stack from nothing and starting from the ground up is more than enough for us to sort of get through the early levels and a little bit into the early mid-level game. And by doing that as well, it just means we'll pick up more and more money makers along the way. I could go quite comfortably and go and do new foundations and just sit and make frames and we'll make bank. But I don't think that'll make videos interesting. So yeah, let me go and do the last little stint of crafting we're going to go and do. And then after that, we're going to boot up and get ready to go and do a little bit of questing. Right, so this is going to be the second quest completed. And this is going to be Fight Arena done. So I've done Fight Arena. I've also done the Vampire Slayer as well. Fight Arena is going to give me 12,000 attack XP, a little bit of thieving XP as well, and 2 treasure hunter keys. We now have 6 quest points. Now this is done so we had some attack levels. So now I can use the combat lamp on attack. Now, the way you do RS3 combat, you kind of level attack up as much as possible so you can get a better weapon. When you have a better weapon, training your strength and then also your defense becomes a lot easier because you've got a better tier weapon more than anything. So what the main goal for me to do now is to go and level up this as quick as possible. The Slayer Winter Weeks is going to start tomorrow, and I'm actually really looking forward to actually doing quite a bit of Slayer on this account. So what I'm going to do in my downtime today is rack up a couple more quests, and again, these won't be combat quests, but things like Restless Ghost, or the Tavley quest, and Fort for Infantry. We'll do Fort for Infantry and AFK that as well, so you guys don't have to do it, and then we'll come back tomorrow for the start of Slayer videos, and rattle through what we've got in terms of progress. But the idea behind it is, I can get some of the keys for the Sanderson Grotto, and then use that to train my stats up a little bit more as well. But we've got quite a few levels actually today. We've done the daily challenges for some keys as well, and we've progressed it pretty big. But what I'm going to go do now is just show you guys the Grand Exchange. We're also going to go and hand in our letters to Santa, because that's going to give us a chance at probably getting nothing today because it's Sunday, but also it means we can get some presents to throw on attack. And then because I've got some things on attack, it means I can just go and get the rune armor and get some better weapons. But what I want to have ready for tomorrow and tomorrow's Slayer week is basically base 40s on all the stats. There's no point in actually going camping things like 50, 60, 70 because I'm level 1 Slayer. I'm probably going to have to do quite a lot of lower tasks anyway. So because of that, 40 will be more than good enough and we'll rattle off a lot of combat tomorrow. But that's pretty much why I'm going to end the video here. So I'm going to go and do an awful lot of AFKing. So we're going to do a lot of quests and also a lot of combat AFKing. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go and do it. So I think I'm going to go somewhere like Cows, and then eventually I'll work my way up to things like Adolescent White Wolves because they're pretty good as well. And basically just see it as high as I can get for tomorrow, and then also tick off some easy quests for some more spins as well. Now, what I'm currently doing is just buying out as many of the letters to Santa as I can with my Christmas spirit, and just keep buying until it tells me I can't buy it anymore. But this will give me access to quite a lot of Christmas presents, which in turn will give me access to quite a lot of stars. So I think that's all I can afford. Yep, that's all I can afford. And we've bought 40 letters to Santa, so we can have a nice little wrapping paper open video as well. Who knows, we might even get lucky and go and get something from that as well. But these can all go into the post box. 40 letters to Santa. We have 26 of the blue Christmas presents, and then also we have 14 of the purple ones as well. So lamps, we're going to throw lamps. Stars is what I'm going to do first, actually. Stars I'm just going to throw on attack, and then lamps will work out afterwards what we're going to do as well. But yeah, so that's going to be the plan really, just to get prepared for tomorrow. We'll be doing a daily Slayer video on this account, and I'm really interested to see what we can do in terms of that as well. So from those lamps, we got level 35 on the attack, and I think I selected stars and not what I wanted to, but you know, it's all good. So in terms of what's left, we've got these 14 purple presents. So you get quite a lot of lambs from the purple presents. They're all going to go on attack, and I'm hoping that can get me, yes, 40 attack. So 40 attack means that when I train things like strength, it'll be really easy. I'm going to do defense with magic, and then I'll also train range as well. Actually, I might throw these big lamps onto range at some point. I'm going to keep in my info actually as well. So we'll work on range in a little while. So I'm going to start tomorrow's video with the combat stats, with sort of outlining our plan for Slayer. And in terms of wrapping this video up, we're going to go and open the rest of our keys here. Just show you guys what we can get from that. Again, because we're going to be doing so many quests, I'm going to be spamming things like the Tavali quest, all the easy ones to wrap up for things. And if you've not done them, you need to do them because they're going to give you quite a lot of treasure hunter keys as well. And then because of that, you'll get lots of XP lamps and stars. Now, I'm going to throw all these lamps into Herb. And again, this is why treasure hunter should go, because just look how quick we've jumped things like that. I think with this series, I was going to use them because they're still here. I'm really looking forward to doing some content in the new year when we don't have this as an option, and we can definitely go and try things with that as well. So I'm going to go and do that. The last thing I want to show you guys as well is the Grand Exchange, because we managed to sell the Botanist Hammies yesterday. So we actually have a pretty decent cash stack. Now, in terms of looking to make some more cash, I think I'm going to have a look at Ultra Compost, and then after Ultra Compost, that's going to be pretty much done. All the sort of time I want to spend now is just seeing what I can do in terms of like leveling the account out, see if we can flesh stuff out, and seeing how high we can get its total level. So really, I'm going to be in a spending mood from now on. If we make anything, obviously we'll let you guys know. We'll show you guys where we are in terms of an account value. But for the time being, I'm kind of ready just to go and have a bit of a play and just see what we can do in terms of levels and stuff. But if we look at the Grand Exchange really quickly, that is going to be the games necklaces all sold. So that is now more cash in the info. The Botanist Hammies all sold. A little bit less than what I really wanted them to be. But again, they've moved on. So that's pretty decent. And then we've also done the Ultra Compost as well. These Jade Amulets are actually buying, but just very, very slowly. This might just be something I have over the next couple of days and maybe increase the offer if it does fill. And then we'll do one final run of Botanist Hammies. The Opals are selling very, very slowly, but maybe it's just something where we just go and enchant them and we can just make some GP from that. The Feather Thing necklaces won't actually be that bad of a moneymaker. They just won't be anything compared to the Botanist Hammies. So what I'm going to go and do now is AFK a lot of combat. These lamps, I've got a lot of lamps. So what I'm going to try and do is just like pick up some base levels, whether that's things like maybe I increase my herb level, maybe I just go and do a little bit of range training, get to like a certain level and then move on from there. But we're going to try and get the most value out of these lamps as possible. But finishing them 433 total, 41 attack. So we're going to go and use that attack to maybe get like level 50 and then work on the rest of these as well. But really excited for you guys to tune into tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow we'll be starting the winter weeks for Slayer. And I really hope that kind of content has been good for you guys and you'll be enjoying it as well. Daily Slayer videos and as well covering some content which I don't think gets a lot of attention. The lower level Slayer grind really isn't something which I think we see many guys on YouTube, and especially if there's newer players who want to go and jump in. On that winter weeks, we'll hopefully get that covered for you guys as well. But hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Sorry for not having this on for the past day or two. Again, I wanted to make sure that I had enough content and a decent enough video to show you guys, and it just wasn't there. But yeah, hopefully we'll be coming every day next week just to finish the bond off. We finish on Friday, so that can be 5 decent episodes as well, and maybe even a little cheeky Christmas episode for you guys as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon for the next video.